Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Well, the studio has turned red on Rumble earnings exactly as predicted. I was running a poll on Twitter and I said it would go down, and I sold it at the top and I bought it at potentially the bottom. Not necessarily. It could go down another 10%, and if it does, I have a position ready to buy the next 10% drop. But there it is. It did go down, and I bought it when it went down to the bottom. Let me share with you the poll we were running here on Twitter. It's not too late if you want to take part in this poll where you see it going after earnings. Here is the link. I'm going to drop in the chat. There it is on Twitter for you. I've just given it to you in the chat on YouTube, so there you go. Also, we're going to give it to you on Rumble. If we go over to Rumble right now, we're actually broadcasting on Rumble at the same time, and we are sharing these earnings at the same time on Rumble as we watch the stock. So let's get straight into Rumble. You can see we should be there any moment now. We're not there yet. We'll come back to it in a moment. Let me just make absolutely double sure whether we've gone through to Rumble. We should be on Rumble right now. We are waiting for the stream to begin. Let me just double check. I'm sure that we've got it through here. Edit the event. Let's just double check that we've got it running through to Rumble. I'm sure we have. Unable to connect at the moment. Let's refresh that. Let's see if we can update Rumble stream. We are broadcasting to Rumble at the same time. That's the first time we've not been able to connect to Rumble, and that would be quite a shame not to be able to do it during their own event. Let's have a look. It should be through. Let's have a look. I'm just making sure we are coming through to Rumble earnings now. Let me have a look. Facebook. There we go. Let's update that. Okay. Let's see if that's come through now. Rumble earnings. We are watching the stock. The earnings starts in 27 minutes. Unable to connect. That's a great shame. We've been connecting every single day until now. I don't know why that would be. That's a great shame. I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll send you down to Rumble earnings down here for a minute while I can see if I can fix Rumble's earnings. We are watching it. We've got 26 minutes to go. And we're going to try and fix Rumble's earnings. Because we want to be on Rumble tonight, don't we? Especially if we're investing in the stock at the same time. That would be absolutely paramount. Let's have a little look. There's no reason why this shouldn't be coming through. 97 and QX9. Let's make sure all our numbers are right. QX9 97, QX9 97, QX9 and 97. Yeah, we're all good. There's no reason for this not to be working. So that's a bit of a shame. We're trying to be on Rumble at the same time as we're doing the earnings, but for some reason it's not allowing us to stream to Rumble. The earnings is coming up. In just a few minutes. We are counting down. I wonder if Rumble has an issue. It's not connecting. We just bought the bottom of this position. We bought 20 shares to see what would happen, and we are making money on it. We've just done it a few seconds ago, and if it pops up 10%, we will take a profit on that. I'm really disappointed that we were unable to get Rumble to connect tonight. It's the very first time on its earnings and that we couldn't connect to it. But we are trying to get it back to you. But if not, then we can't, I guess. The Rumble earnings is 23 minutes away. We're going to keep watching Rumble earnings, and we're going to see if we can bring Rumble back in again. It's the first time we've had a complication with bringing in Rumble, but we will try. We'll re-add it all over again and see if we can do it midstream. It says upcoming. Yeah, for some reason it won't connect. I'm trying to re-establish the connection, make a fresh new connection, which is what I'm doing now, and see if I can get it to work by resetting it up. But it's very difficult to do while I'm live, but I'll try. It's like balancing 100 things on your head. Let's see if I can do it. Re-established it. Now I'll see if it connects. Well, it worked out. It worked out fine. We bought at the bottom. We are making money. We are up 2%. I am prepared for it to drop down lower. If it does, I will buy more. If it goes up, I will sell it, because I want to learn tonight how Rumble make money. That's what we want to do tonight, is learn how they make money, because the deal they have for their streamers is fantastic, and I want to see how it's done. So tonight we're going to learn about it. Now then, have I managed to make it work? I've reapplied. No, it doesn't seem to be we can connect to Rumble, I'm afraid. I don't know why. So all I can do now is we've got 19 minutes to go. We are ahead of the game. So let me just check who's watching me right now. Welcome everybody to the Rumble earnings. We've got 19 minutes to go. We are trying to stream to Rumble throughout this event, but it's proving to be a bit difficult at the moment for some reason. Rumble does seem not to be accepting any RTMPs, which is a bit bizarre. Anyway, let's see if we can cancel this stream and create a new one. All right, that's what we're doing now. As we're watching Rumble go up, we're about to take a trade because we're up 2.64%, and then we'll do it again. If we can get another 2 or 3%, we will do a scalp trade. Oh, here we go. Get ready to rumble, as they say. We're going to take a profit on this. Trade, sell, and 958 as a limit order. Okay, we're getting ready to do a limit order on this, so let's do it now. 950, we'll call it 950, doesn't really matter. Extended hours, continue today, yes, and we're going to sell 20, and then we can buy it again if we can get another 1% from this. No, we're going to leave it. We'll do it tomorrow. We want a swing trade. We don't want to use one of our day trade limits. So we're going to leave it. It's good though that it's going up, but if we can get more when it goes back down again, I want to buy, I want to triple my position if I can. So that's what I'm looking to do if we can. Right, and while we're doing all this, we're trying to re-establish a connection with Rumble to broadcast there. Tonight, for the very first time, it's kind of ironic really, during its earnings, was the very first time I was unable to create a stream. Kind of bizarre really, isn't it? Anyway, let's see if we can. We are trying every way we can to do it. You never know. We've got 16 minutes to go. Let's see if this will work. What do you reckon? That's a great little bounce now. If I had a day trade, I would use it, and I've got as many day trades as I want, but if I use every one, then I will not be able to have cash investing and stock lending, so we don't want to do that. Well, we're hoping now that this will work. We're setting up a whole new connection with Rumble, and we'll see if it works. I don't know why the last time wasn't working. There was no reason for it. Everything at my end was good, but we will see. Are you live in Rumble? You were trying to get there now. We had it wouldn't let me for some reason stream. It's kind of ironic really when you think about what we're trying to do. But hopefully in a couple of seconds we should be there. Just trying to set up. It takes a few moments for Rumble to accept your stream, and when it does, I'll be able to enter the information. Okay, we've got 14 minutes to go. Okay, they've sent me the configurations. for the stream. Let's put them in now to restream and let's see if we can pick it up. I don't know why before. I tested everything was fine. It just proves anything can go wrong. Just got to deal with it. It's all part of the game. I do think Rumble it seems to be not accepting certain data strings at the minute. I don't know why. Anyway, we're watching the earnings. The earnings will start regardless if we can get it to work or not. Now then, we've re-established a connection with Rumble. Now can we reapply the stream? Right, I think we fixed it. I managed to fix it. So it should take a few seconds to come through, but we should be coming through to Rumble at any moment, and which will be great. We shall see. So if someone on Rumble could let me know, we should be there any moment now. Hopefully, fingers crossed. It's when a stream is set up, this is one thing with Rumble that's not like YouTube. It takes a few moments to pick up the stream. It's not instant. I think we are now there. I'm just about to go in and it looks hopeful. And yes, we are live on Rumble. There we go. It took a few moments, but we got there in the end. Okay, we had to reassign our settings. I don't know why that would be. Nothing had changed, but anyway, we've done it. We're live on Rumble, so good. Let's go over now to our chart of this stock. I'm going to bring Rumble up on the bottom screen. There we are on Rumble, and you can see we are there. So now we can go back to the chart up here, and we can watch exactly what's happening with Rumble. Let's go back to it now. Here we go. Here is the chart, and you can see it pop back up again, and we're going to bring in the price as well, and we're going to change to candles. It is now in the middle of the overbought and oversold territory. Let's change to candles so we can see the movement precisely. There we go. So I bought it at the bottom. I sold it at the top. We used the money that we made from IonQ, and we're all happy. Everyone's a winner. So there we go. There is our situation right now. The S&P is just down very slightly in the after hours. Rumble is down. We bought the bottom again. We're going to buy some more if it goes lower. McDonald's is taking a bit of a dip in the after hours, as is Coca-Cola, as is J&J. Google today is pretty flat. Microsoft is flat in the after hours. Walmart is taking a drop. We've got the earnings next week. That'll be interesting. 10 minutes to go before we start the earnings. So get ready for that. Tilray's been going sideways all day. No opportunity there. Robinhood is down a decent amount. It was as low as 8.57. It's now 8.67. We can perhaps get a position, increase our position on Robinhood, I think. In fact, yes, we should do that. We're going to buy some Robinhood while we're waiting for Rumble. We're going to add to our Robinhood position. Robinhood now is up 0.25% in the after hours. It was 8.54. It's now 8.67. It's gone up a little bit, but I'm going to buy a bit more. with the money I've made from IonQ. So this is how I'm going to do it. Let me share with you exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to buy a bit more Robinhood now. So Robinhood is at 867. We'll do a limit order. And this time we're going to buy 867. And in the after hours, yes. I want to get another 20 at 867. My average is 908. Yeah. Let's see if I can buy those. 866. Very nice indeed. I got them slightly cheaper. Excuse me. There we go. My average is now down 902 on Robinhood. Very good. Let's go back to Rumble now and have a quick look at Rumble. We've just improved our position. If Rumble goes lower, we'll buy some more in just a few moments' time, and that'll be good. We've got the Rumble earnings coming up in just a few minutes' time. Let's mute the earnings. There we go. I've just realised, I hope that's not copyright. I hope that's copyrighted, not copyrighted music. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I want to be playing my music. I wonder what was going on. There we go. That's better. So we've got just 7 minutes to go for the earnings to begin. We're keeping an eye on Rumble. As soon as it begins, I will. We will listen in. Six minutes to go. That's just a test donation.
John donated $100. This is a test donation for $100.
We're just doing a test here. As we wait, we've got 6 minutes to go. We are red in the studio at the moment. Rumble earnings, not that long to go now. Let's go back to the main screen where we are for the earnings. Just a few moments to go. 5 minutes and we'll be listening in. Do you think Congress will agree on a debt ceiling? If not, how much would the market be affected? Massively. It can't happen. It can't happen. They have to find a way. They have to find a way. That's why the markets are a bit wobbly at the moment. Welcome everybody on Rumble. Hello Rumble fans, says Eric B on Rumble tonight. Welcome to you. This is Rumble, looking at Rumble. There you are, looking at yourselves. Fantastic. Let me bring you live. There you go. There's Rumble. And we are streaming on Rumble tonight. We're 6 away from 100 followers. Very nice indeed. Let's go back to the main chart. Keep your eye on this. And we've got 5 minutes before the call starts. Welcome everybody. Just 10 minutes to go. Now we took some profits from Rumble. And we've done it again. We've bought back, and hopefully we can now make more profit from this. We are just $270 away from an all-time high. This is the all-time high position. Let me share with you. 54,700. We've been making money, taking profits wherever we can. So not that far off. This is my Roth IRA. This is my actual trades, my actual money, and there's my main account, all here on Robinhood. Okay, let's go back to our live position, and you can see Rumble is 4 minutes away, covering the earnings. Let's go back into it, and here we are. We are red, unfortunately. We are down. Studio is in red tonight. We don't like that. We like being in the green, but we're okay with the position we've got. We've got a good position with Rumble and a good position with Hood, and our other profit and our other positions are all healthy too. Okay, just a few minutes to go then. 3 minutes, in fact. If you're over there on Rumble, let me know you're in the chat. Just come into the chat and say hello. I'm going to end the music now because we are just a few moments away now from the call beginning. And we're going to listen in and learn how Rumble makes money. It'd be very, very interesting because their deal they have is phenomenal with the streamers. Be interesting to see if they reference YouTube or Google or anything like that. Be very, very interesting. Anyway, it's going back down again. It will allow me to buy another drop if it does. Now then, we can look now at the figures. The call is what it's all about, though. I focus on what they say. We all know about their financials. At least you should do if you are investing. We're hoping to see tonight their projection of actually being profitable in the next quarter. That's really what we're interested in. But right now, we're going back down again. We're up on it, and we want to add and increase our position. eToro doesn't seem to have Rumble. Sorry about that, MSK. That's a shame. But we have Rumble, the streaming platform. You can see me live on Rumble right now if you've not yet followed me on Rumble. And for those of you who want to be in our next cash giveaway, it will be announced with extra tickets in our newsletter. There is Rumble in the chat, and here is the newsletter. If you've not yet signed up for it, it's free. You can unsubscribe at any point. And in the newsletter will be our next cash giveaway. We're giving away $50. We did 125 last week. We're doing $50 next. There it is. All you got to do is get the newsletter. It'll announce it and give you some tickets. And sign up for the free newsletter. And once you've signed up, then all you need to do is verify. You will get a verification email. It might go into your junk folder, so make sure that you've checked that. Okay, very, very important. All right, the time is up now. We're down to the last minute, so we want to get ready for the earnings to begin. Any minute now. Let's get ready. Rumble is just starting to go back down. I'll be very interested to hear what they have to say tonight. Very interested indeed. Okay, audio is coming through. And we are muted here for a moment. I can hear the music, and I will bring it up as soon as the music stops and they start to speak. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, greetings and welcome to the Rumble First Quarter 2023 Earnings Conference Call. All participants will be in listen-only mode. Should you need assistance, please signal a conference specialist by pressing the star key followed by 0. After today's presentation, there will be an opportunity to ask questions. To ask a question, you may press star, then 1 on your telephone keypad. To withdraw your question, please press star, then 2. Please note, this event is being recorded. It is now my pleasure to introduce your host, Shannon Devine, Investor Relations for Rumble. Please go ahead.
Thank you, operator. I'm here today with Chris Pawlowski, founder, chairman, and CEO of Rumble, Brandon Alexandrov, the CFO, and Tyler Hughes, the COO. A press release detailing our first quarter 2023 results was released today and available on the Investor Relations section of our company website. Before we begin the formal presentation, I would like to remind everyone that statements made on the call and webcast may include predictions, estimates, or other information that might be considered forward-looking. All forward-looking statements are made only as of the date of this webcast and should be considered in conjunction with the cautionary statements in our earnings release and the risk factors included in our filings with the SEC. Future company updates will be available via press releases and updates via the company's identified social media channels. I will now turn the call over to Rumble's founder, Chairman, and CEO, Chris Pavlovski.
Thank you, Shannon. Hello, everyone. From our second acquisition to mega creator signings, you may have observed today is an incredibly eventful day at Rumble, which I'm excited to break down. I want to start off with what I think is one of the most historic moments in internet streaming history. What many would say was impossible to do 6 months ago is now a reality for Rumble. In the past few weeks, building off the top creators like DJ Academics and Gideon, Rumble pulled off the impossible. Rumble is not just a leader in political content, but will now also lead in culture. The #1 YouTube gaming streamer in 2022 and the single largest US gaming streamer, iShowSpeed, is now coming to Rumble. It doesn't stop there. We also announced the #1 subscribed Twitch streamer in February, Kai Cenat, will also be coming to Rumble. I'm not speaking about creators who are ranked #2 or 3 on the world's largest platforms. I will reiterate, both are #1 on their respective platforms. No one is bigger at what they do, and now they are launching a show on Rumble. If you're not familiar with iShowSpeed and Kai Cenat, don't worry. Your kids are, and so are advertisers. The gravity and implication of this event is more than meets eye. I've been personally in the trenches working to obtain new talent, and Rumble was not the only platform bidding on these creators. Our surgical moves in launching Rumble Sports, then UFC, and followed by DJ Academics and Gideon joining Rumble, solidified our deal with Speed and Kai. We think they both see the writing on the wall and realize Rumble is the future for all verticals of content, politics, sports, and now with their help, Rumble will move to establish itself as a leader in culture. I've never been shy about our strategy. Rumble needs to have all verticals of content if we want to beat big tech. For the past few years, we've been heavily reliant on political content, which is dictated by news cycles and elections. In the past few months, our team has done what many doubted we could do. We have clearly grown far beyond the perception of only having political content. These moves will make us less dependent on political news cycles and elections, which can affect the stability of KPIs. With respect to Q1 KPIs, our monthly active users, or MAUs, which is derived using Google Analytics, for the quarter were 48 million, up 17% compared to 41 million in the first quarter of 2022. Historically, Rumble has seen dips in MAUs on a quarter-to-quarter basis, and in Q1 we saw a notable decline over Q4. This was primarily due to the incredible overperformance of Q4, particularly around the US midterm election cycle. For example, creators like Steven Crowder, who saw record traffic around Election Day, produced limited content in the first 2 months of 2023. Additionally, our fourth quarter traffic was driven by a large number of users who were new to Rumble, many of whom did not return to the platform in Q1. This was not unexpected. In our history, we have experienced other significant quarterly increases in users, which result in only partial retention of users going forward. As previously mentioned, we are diversifying our content library by seizing the opportunity to invest in new content categories like gaming, live sports, and culture. Content from top names in the streaming community like Kai Cenat, iShowSpeed, Academics, and Gideon will lead to more returning users who are loyal and less driven by single news events or election cycles. Average estimated minutes watched per month, which is based on bandwidth consumption and our best estimates of video resolution quality and encoding parameters, were 10.8 billion for Q1. This represented a 3% increase when compared to 10.5 billion in the first quarter of 2022 and a small decline from the 11.1 billion minutes watched per month in the fourth quarter of 2022. We believe our consumption is driven by new product designs and features. We also saw connected TV applications grow as more users migrate to watch live streams and shows on big screens. These connected TV users consume enormous amounts of content, So far, we are seeing roughly 100 minutes of usage per connected TV user per day. Additionally, another major factor in driving consumption is that our average number of active live streams nearly doubled from Q4 to Q1. Streaming growth is something we are taking very seriously, and our latest signings are an example of that. I believe live sports, live streaming, and live podcasts via connected TV will slowly become more desirable than live cable television, especially with younger generations. This brings me to our second major acquisition. I'm very proud to announce that Rumble has acquired Callin. In the beginning of this year, our team was presented with the unique opportunity to acquire Callin, a podcasting and live streaming platform with best-in-class product features. As we evaluated the Callin platform and exceptional engineering talent building the platform, it quickly became evident that acquiring Callin would put us in a position to greatly accelerate our product roadmap and enable us to build a world-class live streaming experience. For those of you who may be unfamiliar, Callin was founded by David Sachs, one of the first employees at PayPal as their COO and former colleague of Peter Thiel, one of our first outside investors. David is an ardent supporter of Rumble's mission to protect a free and open internet. In fact, David's venture capital firm, Craft Ventures, became a shareholder of Rumble through Rumble's acquisition of Locals, in which Craft Ventures was an early investor. The Callin app focuses on providing outstanding live streaming and podcasting capabilities designed for creators to simplify production and editing, as well as supporting live audience participation. Unique to Callin is the concept of RUMs, which allows for the instant launching of audio and video content with an attractive and easy-to-use interface for both creators and audiences. As I have continually emphasized, estimated consumption is our most important KPI, given that consumption reflects user engagement, which in turn drives monetization. Callin brings features and functionality to Rumble, which will enhance user engagement and further empower our creators to generate more of their best content, thus driving monetization. While there is work ahead of us to integrate the Callin experience into Rumble, I can say confidently that we are now in a better position than ever to deliver on the vision to provide creators with a world-class experience. It is important to note that this acquisition is another manifestation of our mission and commitment to authenticity and to protect a free and open internet. I am honored that as part of the acquisition, David Sachs, a devoted supporter of free speech and the creator economy, will be joining our board of directors later this year in the second half of June. To conclude, as evidenced by our first quarter and today's announcement, it's clear that we are becoming unstoppable as we continue executing against all components of our original growth strategy. After the acquisition of Callin and being able to attract the world's top streamers like Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed, there is no doubt in my mind that Rumble is executing on all fronts in ways unimaginable to many, and I remain confident that we will deliver on our plan. With that, I'll turn the call over to our CFO, Brandon Alexandrov.
Thanks, Chris. I'll now take you through our Q1 financials at a very high level before turning the call over to the operator for Q&A. From a top-line perspective, we reported quarterly revenues of $17.6 million for Q1 2023. This compares to $4 million for Q1 2022 and was primarily driven by an $11.8 million increase in advertising revenue year over year. The increase in advertising revenue was driven by an increase in consumption, as well as the introduction of new advertising solutions for creators, publishers, and advertisers, including host-read advertising and our online advertising management exchange, which we call Rumble Advertising Center, or RAC, both of which we started to build and test in the second half of 2022. Our approximately $1.8 million increase in licensing and other revenue compared with Q1 2022 was driven by tipping features within our platform, as well as certain cloud, subscription, platform hosting fees, and provision of one-time content. As a reminder, cost of services includes all programming and content costs related to payments to content providers, including amounts paid to creators based on revenues generated, as well as additional costs related to incentivizing top creators to promote and join our platform. Cost of services also includes third-party service provider costs, such as data center and networking, staffing costs directly related to professional service fees, and costs paid to publishers. Cost of services for the quarter were $26 million compared to $3.7 million a year ago. The increase was due to an increase in programming and content costs of $21.1 million, hosting expenses of $0.5 million, and other service costs of $0.7 million. Moving to our cash position, we ended the quarter with $326.3 million in cash equivalents, and marketable securities, compared to $338.3 million as of December 31st, 2022, representing a $12 million use of cash in the first quarter. Cash equivalents, and marketable securities consist of cash on deposit with banks and amounts held in money market funds, treasury bills, and term deposits. As we have consistently stated, we intend to use a substantial portion of funds that we have raised to acquire content by providing economic incentives, including minimum guaranteed earnings, to a limited number of content creators, including sports leagues. This content acquisition strategy will allow us to enter key content verticals and secure top content creators in those verticals before we have full monetization capabilities in place. Our present focus is to grow users and usage consumption and experiment with monetization levers, which may not maximize profitability in the immediate term, but which we believe will position our business for the long run. As a result, we expect that this strategy will require us to consume a significant portion of our capital raised. The contracts we have signed to date obligate the company to spend approximately $164 million related to programming and content. Of that amount, as of March 31st, 2023, we had entered agreements with a minimum contractual cash commitment of $62 million. Subsequent to the end of the quarter, we entered into additional agreements with a minimum contractual cash commitment of $102 million. A significant amount of these minimum contractual cash commitments will be paid over 12 to 48 months, commencing in 2023. In addition to the minimum contractual cash commitments, we have programming and content agreements that have variable cost arrangements. These future costs are dependent upon many factors and are difficult to anticipate. However, these costs could be substantial. That concludes my prepared remarks. Before I turn the call over to the operator, I invite you all to join Chris this evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in an exclusive post-earnings interview with Matt Kohrs to be streamed live on the Matt Kohrs Rumble channel. I will now turn the call over to the operator to open up the line for questions from our covering analysts.
We will now begin the question and answer session. To ask a question, you may press star, then 1 on your telephone keypad. If you are using a speakerphone, please pick up your handset before pressing the keys. To withdraw your question, please press star, then 2. At this time, we will pause momentarily to assemble our roster.
All sounding good, guys. Stick with us.
Our first question comes from Jason Helfstein with Oppenheimer. Please go ahead.
Thanks. Hello, everybody. 3 questions. The first, can you give us any commentary on MAU or engagement quarter to date in the second quarter, and how that's compared versus the first quarter? Second question, just talk about the impact of Steven Crowder's content broadly on the platform. It does sound like his hiatus in the first quarter was obviously pretty material for engagement, but just how you think about his broader impact on the platform with him coming back, and kind of when you think that happens. And then just we've gotten some questions on the call-in deal. Is this cash stock both? And when will we get kind of details on that acquisition? Thank you.
Thanks, Jason. This is Chris. So on the first question with respect to Q2, we're not providing any guidance on MAU or consumption with respect to Q2. On the second question on Steven Crowder, so Steven Crowder was on the platform, and as everyone probably already knows, in Q4 hit some major numbers on his midterm election streams that were very significant to our platform. And he took a couple-month break and didn't come back till late March in Q1. And what we saw when he came back in a different capacity to our platform. He came back. The entire subscription business for Steven Crowder is now on Rumble itself. And we announced, I think, shortly at that time that he accumulated over 57,000 annual paying subscribers in the first 10 days of his announcement of coming back and coming to Rumble, and that was prior to his show even starting. But I also mentioned on the previous earnings call that when he did come back, he was bigger than ever for us. His numbers have been very strong, as you can see when you go to his streams. And he's moved a large segment of his viewership from YouTube over to Rumble in that period. With the third part, I'll let Brandon.
Yeah, hey Jason, on the call-in deal, so that just closed recently, so during the second quarter. So more information will be disclosed as part of the Q2 10Q.
Thank you.
The next question is from Tom Forte with D.A. Davidson. Please go ahead.
Great. So first off, Chris, I look forward to the call tonight at 7. I learned a lot from the last quarter's call. All right, so 2 questions. I'll go one at a time. When it comes to your user interface, where do things stand with your Android app, your iOS app, and your OTT apps? What inning are we in for each one when it comes to usability versus your long-term goals?
Thanks, Tom. So this is Chris. I would say that we're still in the very early innings right now when it comes to the apps. We've made tremendous progress on our iOS app and our Android app, and then the OTT apps. We'll be launching the Samsung app very shortly now. And then we're looking to launch also on Xbox and PlayStation in the coming months. So we're pretty excited with the progress. The new interface is up on all the apps now across OTT and mobile. But I would still say it's still very early innings, and the reason I say it, there's a lot of product features that we can still be adding. Right now, it's a lot of design changes have happened, but we still need to add a lot of product features into those OTT apps and mobile apps. So still very early innings, and it's something that I plan to improve for many years going forward. As you can imagine, things evolve quite a bit.
Great, thanks. And then for my second and final question. We don't have to talk about Tucker Carlson specifically, but can you discuss why your platform may be more effective than others for content creators to build an audience and monetize it, especially versus YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter?
Absolutely. So I would say one of the most compelling reasons to come to Rumble is authenticity. On Rumble is the only place where you can be truly authentic when creating content, and when being authentic, you just naturally create more compelling content. So I believe we're a platform positioned to have the best content in the world because we're not, people are not stifling their speech and people are not holding back. They're being truly authentic, they're being truly themselves and being very real. When it comes on actual products, I also think we have a major advantage on the product side, especially on the subscription side after the acquisition of Locals. And we've kind of demonstrated that with Steven Crowder. When he came on our platform, he brought his entire Mug Club subscription business to Rumble, which is sitting on the Locals platform. And we had enormous success out of the gate. Like before he even started, as I mentioned to Jason, he acquired 57,000 plus annual paying subscribers, and that only took 10 days, and that's using the subscription platform that sits on Locals. So I think we have a real competitive advantage both on authenticity and on the actual product, the Locals product for subscription. I think that as a creator, you can monetize with that subscription product better than anywhere else you can.
Great. Thanks for taking my questions.
Guys, look on rumble.com. I have just made the homepage of rumble.com. Go on to rumble.com.
Follow up on
I'm on the homepage right now.
And rack. So ARPU, depending on how you want to define it, was a bit better than we thought. How should we think about kind of milestone you reached with rack in the first quarter, and kind of how we should think about what's the next milestone with your answer? Okay.
Hey Jason, this is Chris again. With respect to rack, we're still in beta on that, but what I'm really excited about, and you'll hear a lot more about in the next week or two here, is that we're going to be launching the alpha version of our live read marketplace, which I'm extremely excited to start testing. That product is fully built and ready, and we should start rolling it out and testing with creators by the end of the month, or at least by early June. But that product is ready now, and I'm very excited about that and the prospects of that.
Very exciting, guys. I'm on the homepage
This
of
concludes our
rumble.com
question and answer session,
right
and
now.
the conference is also now concluded. Thank you for attending today's presentation. You may now disconnect.
Ending. Didn't expect the call to end just like that. However, let's get rid of the call right now. We're just having the music come through. Let's get rid of that. Okay. The Rumble earnings just continued running there, which was a bit strange. But anyway, let's just refresh the screen. There we go. So I actually made the homepage of Rumble. So let's make a very... audio is a bit strange. Very odd that they ended like that. Anyway, let's make a quick video on this. Breaking news here on Martyn Lucas Investor. We've just heard from the Rumble earnings, and as the Rumble earnings was happening, very, very exciting. If you go over to rumble.com right now, this is rumble.com right now, where I'm speaking to you now. This is the homepage of Rumble. And I have just made, for the very first time, the homepage of rumble.com. There we are with the earnings next to Dave Ramsey. Look at that. Fantastic. There is my Let's Get Ready to Rumble video. And there is my earnings preview video as well. There you go. I've made it on the homepage of Rumble right now. That's very, very exciting. So, is Rumble the future? You just heard from Chris Pavlovsky, who I spoke to the other day on Twitter, and he's very enthusiastic about Rumble, and it certainly seems it could be a very interesting prospect. I did trade it. I took some profits from it. I bought it back down again and traded it again. I'm currently up on it. I'd like to buy some more. I'd like to make this up to $1,000 now. I've taken some profits from IonQ to buy this. What do you think? Is Rumble the Google YouTube killer? What do you think? Let's have a look at it in a bit more detail right now. If I scroll down to Rumble, I can show you a bit more detail. Let's go into it now. Just bear with me as I bring up the position on my account. Here we go. Show it you this way around. Here we go. What do you think of Rumble? Are you an investor with Rumble? This is, if we go back now over 3 months, you can see how it trades on a very tight track. It's not really going anywhere at the moment. It's a day trader's dream at the moment because on good news it pops up, everyone takes profits, goes back down again. So right now it's a day trader's paradise. Is this a long-term investment? Right now it doesn't pay a dividend. It's purely a growth stock. But what I like about Rumble, why I'm an investor, why I'm a streamer is obvious. Why I'm streaming to Rumble is obvious. But what I like about Rumble is if you look at this, this tells you a lot. Rumble is basically, I mean, it's not everything that Google is. It's not a search engine. But when it comes to streaming, it's essentially YouTube with 70 employees, which makes the stock, the company, extremely efficient. So we're not comparing it to Google. We want to be absolutely clear. But however, Google owns YouTube, and YouTube is a big part of Google. And there are, I don't know how many. In fact, we can look now. If we go and have a quick look, we can see exactly how many employees there are at Google. I would imagine it's 100,000 plus. Let's have a little look. Google, if we scroll down and we'll see how many people work at Google, I think we'll find out somewhere along here. Let's scroll in, and there are employees. There we go, 190,000 employees. Now, I'm not comparing Google to Rumble, but however, if we think about it as replacing YouTube, only 70 employees makes the company very efficient, and it does offer equally the same platform. However, is it searchable? Well, you could argue it's searchable, because if you go to rumble.com, and I've tried this on Google, I've searched for me and I find myself on rumble.com. So it's great for early adopters, I think. It's been around for a few years, but I think it's a great opportunity right now. So what do you think? Rumble, I'm very excited that I've made the homepage of Rumble. There it is. If I share with you again, there I am on the homepage of rumble.com in a couple of places, which is nice. I should probably do a Rumble after hours earnings. What do you reckon? Should I do a Rumble after hours party? Maybe I should tonight. What do you think? I think I will. I think I will. I think I would be daft not to. As the world piano man, I think I'd like to do something there. So I'll be back in about half an hour with that. I think I'll do that. All right, so there you go. What do you think? Rumble earnings tonight. Are you in? Are you out? Is it one that you like? What do you think? I would like to buy more, and I think I'd like to get it up to $1,000 invested if I can. Let me read some of the comments. Nice one, Martin. Should get you lots more subscribers. Shall we have a look? As I'm streaming right now, let's go and look on Rumble right now. Let's have a little look. We'll get that out of the way. How many have I got with me right now? We've got 19 watching, which is my biggest audience. It's a party for sure. There we go. Let me go into it now. This is actually Rumble itself streaming. So guys, I have another channel here on Rumble, and if I share with you my studio, I'm actually the world piano man as voted by Elton John. See my TV studio behind me? There you go. This all lights up when I do my music. I want to come back in half an hour to Rumble here in my studio and do a concert. So I'd like to do that. What do you think? If I give you my link to my music channel on Rumble, I will be there in half an hour, and I would love to entertain everybody here on Rumble. There we go. There is my music channel. It's rumble.com/Martyn Lucas. I do 650 songs, 14 voices in 7 different languages. So you can have Andre Bocelli to Elton John, Frank Sinatra, Pavarotti to Axl Rose. Let's read some of the comments. Who have I got with me? I'm heavy in Rumble. Great coverage, Martin. Thank you, Eric B. There's Eric B, one of my moderators. Real Goat Herder bought at 7 and up again. Congratulations. DR Lemmel waiting for Matt Cause at 7 p.m. Brilliant. So that's 6 p.m. Eastern time. So Matt Cause. Okay, I will do a Matt Cause warm-up. That sounds great. That's what I'm going to do. Matt Cause, CHRORS, warm-up. Okay, I will do the Matt Cause warm-up. Shall we? All right, I'm going to get off now, and I will do it. I will get ready. There is Rumble right now. So let's see if we can get to 100 followers on Rumble by the time I get to my music channel. I've just started on my music channel. I've only done one live concert, so I don't have any followers yet, I don't think, over on my music channel. So give us a follow. I'll be back in about 20 minutes, half an hour, with the Matt Cause warm-up show as the world piano man. Let's see if anyone joins me. All right, that's it for now. Thank you ever so much indeed. Rumble did well tonight. We've made some money from it, and we're going to do a special Rumble after hours party as well. The Matt Cause warm-up. All right, see you all in a few minutes. Thank you very much for joining me. That's it from me. I will see you back in the morning or half an hour from now with the Matt Cause warm-up. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I get on the homepage of Rumble again. All right, see you back in a few minutes. Until then, as always, take care of your money, take care of your crypto, take care of yourselves and each other.